What's going on? This is Kareem from DJBooth.net, and I'm here in the lab to give you guys a quick review of the new Denon DJ SC5000M Prime Edition multimedia player. Now, this is going to be a little bit different. Usually I go over each and every little button and function, but because we already reviewed the original SC5000, which is very, very similar to this 5000M, the only difference being that the 5000M has an actual rotating spinning platter here with a real metal platter that always spins, it actively spins, and it has a real piece of vinyl on top and a real slip mat there. So it's better for those who like to do DJing with hip hop or just like to have that real true to vinyl feel when they're mixing and when they're blending or when they're juggling or when they're scratching. The original SC5000, one of my minor gripes with that unit was that the jog wheel was a little bit too tight, a little bit too stiff, and didn't feel close enough to vinyl for me. But the SC5000M definitely is going to repair or fix that situation for me because this is a real 7-inch piece of vinyl. As a matter of fact, for you portablists out there, you can go grab your real 7-inch vinyl and you can make that your vinyl that you have here on top of the controller. But more on the unit will come from that original review video, the SC5000 review. We'll have that at the bottom of the link description in the YouTube video, and we'll also have that up at the top in the card, so that way you guys can go check that out for the full in-depth review of everything that the 5000 Prime setup has to offer. But this is just going to touch upon what the differences are between the 5000 and the 5000M, what's here, and what we like about it and what we don't like about it. So right off the bat, you have a similar or the same footprint as the SC5000. So if you have a 5000, the 5000M will fit in the same cases, same bags, etc. It is definitely heavier. It's very, very sturdy, has that metal top finish, still has some of the plastic and rubber bits around the back and the front, but it's very, very sturdy. It even feels more sturdy than the original 5000, and that's probably due to the extra weight and heft that needs to go into this because it has that metal platter on top and a motor that is very, very strong in order to spin this platter. So the implementation of the 5000M is excellent. It feels right at home. It's perfect vinyl feel. It feels just like you would expect vinyl to feel. It's a real piece of vinyl on top, as we said earlier, and it just feels really great. The motor is perfect. It has perfect spin backs. It has really, really great scratching attributes to it. It just feels good. It feels like real vinyl, and it's really nice to do your different juggles on, your different tricks on, and all of your different scratches. You'll be right at home here if you're used to DJing with turntables, because this gives you the best of both worlds, because you'll still have all the other features of the Prime series right here at your fingertips, and you'll also still have your vinyl style control. You have a nice metal platter. The metal platter is very, very similar to what's found on the Denon DJ VL12s, which you also reviewed here. That's also from the Prime series, and it has a nice heavy, heavy solid weight to it. And you also have a real slip mat underneath that comes with it, and you can also change the tightness of the vinyl on top by using the little screw hole and then changing the tightness or looseness of the vinyl. So you can get this just as you like it. You also have a torque adjust that allows you to adjust between normal and high torque, so that way you get the Technique 1200 type feel with the low or normal. And then when you put it to high, it feels more like a super OEM turntable. Also, when you're scratching and juggling, there is no sticker drift whatsoever. I really tested this extensively, and every time, wherever your cue point or wherever you left off at, your sticker and the Denon DJ positioning will be exactly where it's supposed to be, no matter what you're doing within the track. So you get all of that cool vinyl goodness with the Denon DJ SC5000M, but you also have that gorgeous touchscreen at the top that gives you all of your other features and functions. You can pinch zoom into your waveforms. You can also just load tracks really easy. You also have all of the different USB and SD ports. That way you can plug in all of your music and you'll be ready to go right away. And you still have that dual deck layer capability, meaning you can have one of these play for 2 different decks. They have 2 separate outputs on the back, and that way you can put them in 2 different channels onto your mixer. It also has all of those pad functions that you want to see at the bottom, including hotcues, loops, roll, and slicer, and different variations of them when you go in and press shift and hit the actual pad mode button. They feel really good to the touch. Same pads that were always here. These are like the mini Akai MPC pads, so you know that they're rubberized, and they also have all the color coding you would want as well. On the downside, the SC5000M does not have Serato DJ capability, meaning you can't plug this into your computer and use this with Serato DJ Pro. That might come in the future, but I'm not so sure personally, because I know that the InMusic brand also has the Rain 12s on board, and they might be trying to push those for Serato more than pushing these for Serato. And plus, most of the people that have this are not going to want to attach this to a computer. You buy a machine like this so that way you don't need your computer anymore, so you can run everything right off of the unit itself. Another downside for some users is that since you now have an actively spinning platter, you no longer have that small screen in the middle, so you can't put your own artwork on there, and you also don't have any like needle position indicators or anything like that, which is usually found on that middle screen. And also, one of my personal gripes with the unit is that recently I've been using keyboard mode or tone play mode on different DJ software, and I'm just upset that they don't have any type of features like that built on board with the SC5000M or the regular SC5000 just yet. Perhaps maybe with a firmware update they'll be able to do something like that, but as of time of this review, there's no such thing as tone play or any type of keyboard type hotcue mode that we can see in the Prime series. So for more on this quick review, you can head on over to www.djbooth.net/DJS. Make sure you guys hit the thumbs up if you like videos like this one, and as always, thanks for watching.